What is up, everyone? How's everyone doing out there today? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG. And today we're going to give a Ravnica Remastered Collector booster box another shot. Fun set, fun to open. I've opened up one previously, and my Shockland count was kind of low. Like, that's obviously when you're opening this product, one of the things that you're hoping to acquire many copies of is as many shocks as possible. It feels like the normal amount is around 7 on average. My box had 5, which felt really low on the shot count. So I want to give it another shot today. We're probably just 1 week past release at this point, so I feel like it's a little too early to talk about pricing. So I'm not going to include pricing yet. I want to give it at least one more week to see where things settle. But we can kind of talk about the good things, the bad things as I perceive them about this set. With that being said, why don't we go ahead and dive on in and let's crack some packs and hopefully open a bunch of shocks along the way. I will say that at this point, while a lot of what I expected is happening with regards to most of the singles, even the anime stuff, shocks are holding up incredibly well to this point. I was going to shuffle these. No need. But I feel like everyone is just holding on to them. Like, everyone was Shockland starved, and when you see a product that's going to produce a ton of them, I mean, most traditional Ravnica sets are producing like 3 per box. So when you have boxes, draft boxes that are producing 4 to 5, and collector boxes that are producing closer to 7, it's wanted. Start off with a retro frame foil Legion War Boss. It's kind of cool. After that, a first mythic, not a particularly good one, unfortunately, is Domri Raid. It is a borderless Domri Raid. Beautiful art on it. Can't deny that, but as a card, Domri Raid doesn't see like a lot of love, thus probably not super valuable either. A retro frame Chromatic Lantern, always a goodie. In fact, I'll kind of put that there. We'll leave those the shocks. Other playables here. A foil Priest of the Forgotten Gods. Did have some value prior to the reprint. We'll see where this kind of lands. My guess is it'll probably still retain at least a couple of dollars. So there's a pack foil version. Gutter Snipe after that. Rhythm of the Wild, also still a really strong uncommon. Persistent Petitioners, great time to pick those up. Nothing in that mana fixing slot. And that does kind of conclude pack 1. We'll put the Snipe there. Retro frames there. And everything else here. Cool. There is some really strong uncommons in this product for whatever it's worth. Rhythm of the Wild, Muddle the Mixture, some other stuff that I'm obviously forgetting at this moment, but some other sweet stuff. Pack 1, no Shocklands. Dreadbore as a retro frame foil. Cool. Good old Dreadbore. That's neat. Throw that up top. After that, we have an anime Tomic, which is probably going to end up bulkish. I think it's already approaching that now, but we'll see. Again, still early. This Tomic, why not? Stitch in Time. Hey, that's actually a cool rare. So that's a retro frame Stitch in Time. I could use that. Pariah Shield in the pack foil, also kind of neat. And a Golgari Guildgate, followed by Ultimate Price, Coiling Oracle, and then Rakdos Signet, and our other commons and uncommons. I'll fix all the retro frame stuff later. Sure, we'll do Tomic there, and hopefully a spot for our Shocklands. I have seen like as many as I think 3 shocks come out of the same pack, so I'm not 2 packs in. I'm not worried about none. Ooh, a foil anime Hellkite Tyrant. That's kind of cool. Love the art on that. Cannot deny that. It's not going to be like a Cyclonic Rift, that sort of thing as far as being sought after, but love the foiling on it. Love the art on it. Sweet card. Ooh, Mythic. Hey, all right. So we do have another Mythic here. It is an Anime Divine Visitation. That's pretty sweet. And actually, this card is seeing some love. Very popular card, really good commander card, and people love that anime version. So, pretty sweet. I'll take that. First Shockland of the box is a retro frame Hallowed Fountain. I did mention the shocks are holding up really well at this point, and again, we'll see where things land. But what is probably the most desirable is the retro frame shocks. Those are what I've been noticing about those is people are really chasing those more than the borderless and of course more than the regulars is the retro frame, particularly the retro frame foil. So there's our first Shockland of the box. Very nice. After that, we have our split card. We have Bedazzle as a pack foil. A retro frame foil Persistent Petitioners. That's kind of cool. Moldavine Cloak as a retro frame. Nice. Dimir Houseguard. Gruul Guildgate. And, Mayhem Devil. That card, that would have been a valuable foil at one point. prior to the reprint, basically. Okay, all right, not bad. This feels like and we're super early in this box. Feels like a better box than my first thus far, but long way to go. It's mostly displeased that like what I've been seeing is I've seen people rip as many as 10 shocks out of these collector boxes, and I was like, I had 5. That seems unfortunately low. Hey, ooh, retro frame crypt gas, retro frame foil crypt gas, no less. That is actually a pretty sweet pull. Not bad. Crypt gas was one of the more popular reprints to come from this set. So you know, we'll see where it lands, but retro frame foil can't be mad about that. There we go. Next Shockland of the box is Stomping Grounds. Very, very nice in that borderless treatment. I think the borderless cards look really, really good. You know, they usually nail it with art nowadays. They really do. There's very few instances where I look at art from a set and I'm like, ugh, that's just terrible. Most of the time I feel like they nailed it, and I think the Shocklands also play very well. All right. Ooh, another mythic is Lord of the Void. Actually, one of those more desirable reprints as well. We'll see where it lands, but this was a card that was carrying some value prior to reprint, so that's cool. It looks like we're having another mythic right after. Gideon Blackblade. War of the Spark mythic. You know, I mean, hey, for whatever it's worth, is prior to the reprint, War of the Spark was pre-collector boxes, so foil mythics were like one per case. They were case hits. I don't think Gideon is going to carry value, but sweet. It is a foil mythic. We'll take it. Terramander in the retro frame foil as an uncommon. That's neat. Orzhov Guildgate. Compulsive Research. Neat. And another Orzhov Guildgate. Loaming Shaman. Nice. Okay, sweet. Wow. Time to make... We got like a little mythic pile going on here. So I think Visitation and Lord of the Void are our winners so far. And let me just do some quick adjusting. There we go. And I think Domri Raid and Gideon are probably our womp womps at this moment. All right, on to the next pack. Okay, come on. Hey, let's go. So oddly enough, I've opened 2 boxes and 2 retro frame foil blood crypts. That is not a complaint. That is awesome. Yeah, and you can't deny, I'm such a Time Spiral Remastered fan, right? I was a big Dominaria Remastered fan, still am. Retro frame foils are beautiful, and the shocks are absolutely no exception. That is awesome. Really, really good looking. Definitely will be sleeving that up immediately after. That is really, really nice. Okay, after that, we've got Savra in the anime treatment. Good old Savra. It's actually a pretty good card. Copy Enchantment in the retro frame. Warrant and Warden. Krenko's Command. After that, Aetherize. There's a solid uncommon pull. Very nice. Electromancer. Golgari Signet. And nothing after that. It feels like out of that mana fixing slot that you're probably averaging, because it can be a Shockland there, you're averaging probably about 1 per collector box is what it feels like. I think the percentages would say that's probably about correct as well. Let me make some room here. Gosh, I love that Blood Crypt. Really, really nice looking. Okay, decent. All right, last pack of the first half of the box. And a Copy Enchantment retro frame foil. That's kind of neat. We'll throw it up top. Was Copy Enchantment? I think it was just an Enchanted Tales, right? So, meh. Arclight Phoenix as the anime treatment. Beautiful card. Does see some play. Arclight Phoenix at one time was like a $24, $25 card. Supreme Verdict. That's also really cool. That is a retro frame Supreme Verdict. Obviously a very playable card as well. We'll throw that up top for sure. After that, we've got ourselves a Borborygmos Enraged in the pack foil. And a Molder Vine Cloak in the retro frame foil. Beautiful. Putrefy. Totally Lost. Rakdos Guildgate. Golgari Thug. You know what's funny is even in limited, Dredge is like busted. All right, on to the second half of the box. We haven't pulled the serial number, and it's still a pretty low probability, but for whatever it's worth, I'll throw this out there. It feels like, not a mathematic thing there, feels like the pull rates on serial number cards are higher than in previous serial numbered sets that offered serial numbered cards. I feel like I'm seeing a lot more pop up. A Pariah's Shield as the retro frame foil. Kind of cool. Pariah's Shield is it definitely has some usage. Fibblethip the Lost as the anime. Rakdos, Lord of Riots in the retro frame. Life from the Loam as a pack foil. Life of the Loam still holding some value for sure. Good card. It's Dredge. Selesnya Guildgate in the retro frame foil. Sphere of Safety, nice. Simic Guildgate, Gruul Signet after that. Ultimate Price, Justicer, etc. Okay. Yeah, a buddy of mine, I mean, this is, you know, I think this is pretty against the odds. He's opened 6 boxes and from assorted cases. 6 boxes and he's pulled three of the serial number cards. Crazy. Spirit. Hey, there we go. I thought I saw one. Didn't want to jinx it. Borderless Foil Sacred Foundry. Again, beautiful. And that is puts us our Shockland count up to 4, which is great. That's a heck of a card. I really like the Borderless foils. Again, the retro frames foils specifically seem to be the chase right now, but and follow that up with a Blood Crypt. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. All right, very nice. Borderless Blood Crypt. Beautiful. So we got double Blood Crypt, one of them retro frame foil, one of them borderless. Sphinx's Revelation, Thrash and Threat. Quicken, nice retro frame foil uncommon. Experiment 1, Karenko's Command, and Dimir Guildgate. Skullcrack, Lightning Helix. What kind of pack is this? Am I playing Boros Burn? All right. Next pack up. So that has put us up to 5. So I've already equaled my Shockland count from my previous box with 4 packs to go, counting the one in my hand. This seems favorable. Pithing Needle as a retro frame foil because we haven't had enough Pithing Needles come through recently. Alrighty. Sure. Niv Mizzet in the anime. If this were a foil Niv Mizzet anime, that would be carrying some pretty substantial value. And again, we'll see where it settles, but that seems to be one of the hotness cards right now. Still a really cool looking card. Obviously, Niv sees Commander play. Maze's End, which was a really interesting, I believe it's a collector box only inclusion at a mythic level, because why not? So we got ourselves a Maze's End. For whatever it's worth, love the border on it. I think it looks cool. I love how kind of muted it is. That's really neat. All right, Bottle Cloister as a pack foil. Dimir Houseguard as the retro frame foil. Sky Hussar, Boros Guildgate, and an Izzet Guildgate in that mana fixing slot. Another Rhythm of the Wild. I feel like every time I see one of those, and I might end up with 10 after Ravnica Remastered is all said and done, but considering that was like a $5 uncommon at one point, feels good to get those. It's a really strong uncommon. All right, 3 packs left here. See some more juice. Hey, Illarg, nice. I actually personally love this card. It's not like a super valuable card, even pre or reprint. It was like, maybe $5 or $6. So I don't know that this is gonna retain a lot of value. But a retro frame foil Illarg the Raise Boar. I do play with this card quite a bit in I think probably only 1 or 2 decks, but still, if I can include it, I do because I like it. All right, retro frame foil Illarg, nice. We got ourselves a Temple Garden. There we go. So that is our 6th Shockland of the box. Borderless Temple Garden. Beautiful. That does put us up to our count up to 6, which is great. Already surpassing my last box. And a Stomping Ground retro frame after that. Let's freaking go. That puts us up to 7. This is the kind of box I was hoping for the first time around. I'm glad I did this. All right. Retro frame Stomping Ground. So that's 2 for this pack. Revival Revenge as a split card. A lot of split card foils from this box. Weird. Shambling Shell in the retro frame foil. Silhana Ledgewalker. Beastly card in limited because it is hexproof and essentially cannot be blocked. Pretty good. Azorius Guildgate. Yep. Orzhov Guildgate. And into our rest of our uncommons and commons. 2 packs left. 7 shocks. I'm a happy camper. This feels like a more the box opening experience I was hoping to get the first time around. All right, Lavinia Azorius Renegade as a retro frame foil. After that, hey, Lord of the Void. Nice. So we got ourselves another mythic Lord of the Void, this time in the borderless. Kind of cool looking. That's the anime version, I guess, technically. That's pretty sweet looking. Rawr. Blazing Archon as a retro frame. Niv Mizzet in the pack foil version this time. Izzet Charm. Oh, is it? Utopia Sprawl as a retro frame. Neat. Cloudfin Raptor. And hey, there we go. Nice. So we were due for one, right? It's supposed to be about, again, on average, one per box. Because I think it's like a 9% or something like that. That in the mana fixing spot, there will be a Shockland there. We do have ourselves a pack foil breeding pool. And yeah, can't say enough about that. I'm totally happy with that. And that does bring us up to 8, which is great. Absolutely wonderful. Moldervine Cloak, Captain. Okay, all right. We are down to our last pack. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, not bad. I'm not going to be upset about 8 Shocklands, not even a little bit. If we can get any more sweet mythics out of this, that would be cool. So that does, what is that, 7 mythics? 7 mythics counting the Maze's End. All right. Boom! Hey, hey, you know what? I don't know where this is going to end up, but for whatever it's worth, a anime foil Lord of the Void might actually be a thing. That's pretty cool. All right. So pretty solid mythic pull there. Absolutely going to take that. Oh, beautiful. I was hoping to get one of these. I was really honestly hoping to get one in foil, but I will not thumb my nose at a borderless Birds of Paradise or anime Birds of Paradise, call it what you want. I think this one is much better looking than the Ravnica Remastered one. This is absolutely gorgeous. I hope to get a foil one at some point. It's really, really nice. Pack Rat. Hey, there's a nice pull. So a retro frame Pack Rat. Not carrying a ton of value, but I think people just see Pack Rat and recognize it as being a good card. So, awesome. Another Lavinia after that as the pack foil version, because why not? Hey, retro frame foil Skewer the Critics, cool. We end with a Shattering Spree, which is another really good, solid, uncommon to include, and a Selesnya Guildgate. Oh, and we got our 9th Shockland. We got another in the mana fixing slot, 2 to end the box. Hallowed Fountain, pack foil Hallowed Fountain, really, really good. All right, nice. Dimir Guildmage, Frilled Mystic, Junk Troller. Yeah, this was a much better box. I mean, obviously, 9 Shocklands. I think that's probably above the average. Again, what I'm kind of seeing is around 7 per box. My last box was 5, so I guess put them together, and that's 14, and that would be the average. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And again, I want to point out, so I did get one borderless foil. I did get one retro frame foil, and it feels like the retro frame foil is because of how this is all set up the real chase Shocklands at this point. We got 8 mythics to go with, a couple of decent one inclusions in there. So overall, this was a much better, much more rewarding, it felt like, box opening experience in my first box. I do love the product, and I'm interested to see, again, we'll have more in-depth conversations in future openings. I want to let the pricing marinate for another week on the market, another week or two on the market before we really dive into box values. But this is an awesome box. Thank you guys for joining me today. If you guys enjoyed the video, do me a favor. If you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button for me, hit the like button for me, and by all means, drop me some comments. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, everybody, and be well.